Let's do the final export. I'm going to go to composition, add to render queue. The output module, I'm going to change this to QuickTime, and the preset is going to be animation. We can then output this to somewhere on our hard drives. I'm just going to save it to the class folder. Let's call this CityMOV. Saving as a QuickTime animation is going to create a large file size, but it means that it's going to contain enough information so that we can still continue to make changes later if we want to do so. Anyway, once this is ready to render, we just hit that button. If I press the caps lock key, it's going to disable this RAM preview and save you a bit of performance. So make sure you do that. For my final edits, I use Premiere Pro, and it's usually the final step in the process. So I will do a quick import, just double click anywhere here. We can import that render from After Effects, that huge MOV file. You see that was 2.6 gigabytes for 20 seconds. Anyway, I right click this, new sequence from clip, and it's going to create the sequence based on your clip. So here I would add any music I need or line things up. I can also go to the color tab and make further adjustments. So this is that same lumetric color effect, but it's in Premiere Pro. And you can make a lot of adjustments. And because the image contains so much information, we can make a lot of changes to it without degrading the quality. So that's the reason I export as a QuickTime animation. Then when everything's ready, I go to File and Export Media. I use the H.264 format, and under preset, it's usually either YouTube 1080p or YouTube 4K, depending on what resolution I need. For Instagram, I actually use the 4K preset for YouTube, but then I copy the height and link it from the width so that when I change the width, the height doesn't change with it. And I do the scale to fill option. I always post square videos as normal video posts for Instagram at least. This resolution would be too high for Instagram because it gets compressed down to 1080p anyway, but I find the general quality seems to be better when I post at a higher resolution than if I just post at a regular 1080p. But anyway, that's just a personal preference. You can try out different formats for yourself and see what works best. So we would output this to a particular folder, and when it's ready, we just hit the export for the final render. Or we can queue this up to Adobe Media Encoder, and often I would do this if I have multiple versions of the frames that I need, or different ratios, for example, depending on where they're going to be posted to. And when it's ready, we just hit the play button to render all of them at once.